Everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Sorry I took so long.
Oh, did it take long? Yeah.
Well, I'm 6 minutes late.
Well, better late than never.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
Okay, let's
everything
see.
works. So.
Oh, God. Then we had this daylight. Uh, we had this daylight savings time, and a lot of the people's clocks are messed up. Some people's
Ah.
clocks. I know. I got shows that are
Yeah.
overlapping at the same time. So
Yeah, because I was planned at 9, and Annette said the show is about to start. I said, oh, so
what time is it there?
it's over here. It's 8.
Did we start at the right time, or did I start an hour early?
Well, it's always now, so it's always the right time for me. But if she
I,
didn't, if she didn't
I could
say
have slept.
anything,
I could have slept another hour, man.
yeah.
God. Robert Hoff's got no sound. That's not on our end.
Ah,
Oh, let me. No, they got sound. Yeah, Tom
okay.
Costell's in. All right, hang on. Let's see here. Oh man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I spent about an hour looking for my ass. Thank God I have boots and I have flip flops. I don't have anything where I have to tie my shoes because I don't think I could tie my shoes, man.
Oh yeah, that's terrible, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have that sometimes also that I'm almost impossible to put on my clothes
yeah. I'm
because it's
telling you.
and then I'm walking like a chicken without a head from.
I know, man.
It's terrible.
Yeah. We were talking about it on the shows yesterday. The
Ah,
short-term memory loss.
yeah, it's
What else?
crazy because it happens to a lot of people, and a lot of people get very sensitive and they cry. And
Yeah.
this week I thought I had a heart attack.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what? That happened to me yesterday. I was sitting on the couch last night
I
and I
I
thought
think
if
it was
this
yesterday too.
was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was. I was sitting there and I felt it, and then I was like, if this lasts more than about 5 or 10 more seconds, I'm in deep trouble.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about my mortality, about dying, and I thought, wow, that's weird.
Yeah, the
Because I'm
body
really
can.
not afraid of death, but it just came on like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
had one.
actually went outside because it was too much. Because and normally I start laughing when people say, "Oh, I think I'm getting a heart attack," or well, no, it ain't gonna happen. But now I was the one feeling that. I wasn't really, yeah. But I also thought this is it. And
Yeah,
for 3 times I went outside, and outside
yeah,
it was okay, and I went back inside, and it started again. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Hey, I'm with you on that.
yeah, but we're still
Dang.
here, unless we are in
Well,
heaven now. Eh? We
that's
don't
what
know
I
the
was
difference.
thinking. I was thinking, well, man, I just got this, we just got this thing going, and now they're going to take me out. I know. I vetoed that. I veto it. I will not leave the earth. I don't want to leave, man. Got too
No,
much to do. We got too much to do. What have you been
exactly.
doing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What have you
yeah,
been
yeah.
doing? When's
Me,
when's the last time we talked? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
I think
I can't.
about 3 weeks ago.
Three
It was
weeks ago?
February, but
It
I'm
was
not sure.
February. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So Morgan left on the 3rd of March. Something
yeah,
happened something began happening, I think, on the 1st of March. Man, I didn't tell you that we were in bed, right? 2 nights before she left
yeah,
and doing the sacred sex thing, right?
yeah.
Which wasn't, you know what I mean? We were just, and I was looking at her back
Yeah.
and it turned into the sacred geometry and light language and started like moving around and talking to me.
Wow. A
That was weird.
geometrical
Yeah.
figure.
I saw, I actually saw a picture um, today. A lady that I talked to a couple of days ago. She does light language, and I saw some drawings she did today, and they look just like what I saw on Morgan's back.
Okay. Is it like the Akashic records or something.
It's like it was like you know, like the lace on a woman's lingerie, the lacy part. You know what I'm talking about? The
yeah, yeah,
design.
yeah. The oh
It
yeah,
looked
yeah.
or like henna. You know what henna is?
Yes,
Those okay. So
the painting with the,
it looked like it looked like henna, but it also had light language and it was moving around. I saw some other stuff too, but
oh, that's great.
that
Yeah.
was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
But
the last few days, God, man, all I can do is broadcast, and I can barely do that. I
yes.
can't cook. I've
Yeah.
been going out to this little market and getting something to eat every morning for $7. I can't cook. I can't do anything.
Yeah,
You know?
it's amazing. Yeah, I had it too, and I hear also Annette. She had a problem because she's going through a purge now. She knows because it's also because of the change. Eh? And I had also some things I didn't expect to have happened to me. So
Like
very
what
heavy
happened?
stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is it bad or what?
No, it's
No,
just
no, no.
all part of the, but also a total loss of time because
Yeah.
yeah, and
Time is what's up with that, man? It's like what's going on with that?
yeah, but they are symptoms of the ascension of the
Yeah.
awakening. It's already, and that's why I'm happy always to read it and to get the feedback from all other people that are experiencing this too. So yes.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what that looked like.
Okay.
All right. Hang on a second.
I'm curious.
So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say share the desktop. Okay, share. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what's that? Is that you? Did you write me a message?
Yeah, I said, does it work? I can see. I can see you because.
Does it work? It's it's beginning to work. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you talking about my anatomy or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull this up. Hang on. Let's see here. Yeah, this lady, her name is, hang on. There it is. Okay. Okay, her name is Ria, R-I-A, Aurora Athena Ash. Ria Aurora Athena Ash. So
Ria Aurora Athena Ash. Okay.
Yeah. So let me go back over here. And
I ain't gonna type nothing because then maybe I press the wrong button and you know what I mean.
Okay, so here you go. Wait. Now let me go back.
Wait, that's
okay. So you see it? Can you see that?
Oh yes.
See, that's what it looked like, man. I'm telling you, it was not sacred geometry.
It looks like a bit like a tree of life, that is sprouting.
Yeah.
And,
and that's almost exactly what I saw. It was on the lower part of her back, and then you see to the right over here where there's got that light language and that geometry and stuff.
The DNA structure.
Yeah, the DNA. That stuff was there, and it was like moving around, and it was talking to me and giving me a message, and you know. So that's some crazy stuff, man.
It's really crazy because these symbols and stuff like that, they just implant information inside of us. And it's also that we are remembering why we are here on Earth, why we came back here. And that is all starting to get opened again.
Yeah,
that's how I experienced that. Yes, I already had that. Yes,
and the telepathy thing. The telepathy thing is off the hook, man. Like everyone that I'm doing a show with, I can almost tell you I've been meeting with them the night before in the ethers. There's just been too much stuff happen, right?
Yeah. But that's the singularity. At a certain point, everything is going to happen on the same moment. And that is also part of the shift. Because actually, there is no time. Everything is happening right now and right here on multi-level dimensions. So, Yeah,
Yeah. And
it's really crazy.
this land over here where I'm staying.
Yeah.
What the heck? Wait, something's wrong. Did you hear that?
Yeah, beep 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 beep.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It was your voice. It
Oh.
it was your voice, and it was saying whatever the last word you said was, and it just kept repeating it.
Oh.
This is yeah. So what was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, the land over here
Yeah.
where I'm staying at has been talking to me, right? And I
Yeah.
had this thing 2 nights ago, and basically what happened was it showed me the past, it showed me the future, and it
Yeah.
was all in the present moment. And it was like this
Yeah.
weird well, communication. It was there was no past. The past and the future and the present was all one
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And
it was really interesting.
and how
Yeah.
did it communicate to you through
Well,
the in an yeah, it
I
put it the information directly in, or with words, or with vibrations,
well,
or
so I've been walking out there, and I've been getting like this has been going on since even when Morgan was here.
yeah.
So I see things, right? I just like I see like golden light,
Yeah.
like it's a Soulogy block or something, or a Soulogy house, or a Soulogy land or something. I can't explain it, but I thought, well, maybe that's just like daydreaming. You know how that goes, you know. And you're like, man, you know, am I just making this up? Or well, 2 nights ago I went out there, and there was this one tree. There's all these trees out there, right on the there's a little stream down there,
Yeah.
and this one tree jumped out, like it had some kind of weird green aura to it. And then I looked to my left, and this pasture, there's a pasture there, and there was a green circle on the land, and they were the same consciousness, and that's what started talking to me. Basically, I would say there was some words, but mostly images, you know, like
Okay.
intuitive images, right?
Yes. And was it a healing kind of
No,
energy?
it was just basically a message. So
Yeah.
what happened with you when you had the heart attack, and what's been going on with you these last few days?
Yeah, I've been. It's almost too difficult to tell because I know it's so
Yeah,
terrible. I don't
right.
know where to begin. Yeah,
I
yeah,
know,
yeah.
man.
But
I know.
really
Is
hard.
it? Well,
Yeah,
I mean, like what? It's not a bad thing. It's just weird, isn't it?
yeah. It's weird and it's unknown, and yeah, it's just also it feels. I know, and we know that it has to happen, but still, it is. Yeah, an expansion of a transformation of the soul. Yeah, but it's very hard because
Uh,
it's very hard to
uh,
to move into the world because
yeah.
Annette was on a holiday, winter sport last week, and I was in a really deep meditation, and and yeah, I saw some layers in me that I wasn't aware of, that they
Oh,
influenced me so much. So
you mean like
still,
conditioning, like programs,
yeah,
like pro?
programs, yeah, yeah, yeah. Also destructive program, yeah.
Yeah, somebody was talking about that in the last few days, and they really made a lot of sense.
Oh,
And I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was a woman, but
yeah,
they were talking about that we during this period, this month, like leading up to the 21st, that we're actually going to see how deep the patterns or the programming has gone. We're going to actually be able to see how like what you're describing, and that we would be shocked at
yeah.
how deep it's gone.
Okay, yeah, that's what I saw.
So
Yeah,
that sounds like That sounds like what she was describing. Don't ask me who it was.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for my ass over here somewhere. I can't find it.
Yeah.
So
Maybe the
I,
audience has an idea. The
you
people
know,
watching.
Morgan loaded up
Your
the
head is
schedule.
not in it. That's
Yeah,
one thing.
my head's not in it. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I can barely. I can do the shows. I have these 8 or 9 people to reschedule, and I've sent some notes, and I can't answer any messages, and I can't schedule anything. I can't talk to people. I don't know what the hell's going on here. You know.
Yeah.
I do a show. I lay down. I do a show. I go for a walk. I lay down. I am sleeping a lot. Are you sleeping a lot?
Yeah, I sleep a lot. Really,
Yeah.
yes. And
Yeah.
also, I discovered that from the depression of the past, I sometimes it triggers the body
Yeah.
into a state of paralyzed almost. So,
Yeah.
but I know how because I went into it, and I know now that it is also my doing because of really a bad patterning. So yeah, and behind that there was a lot of sadness and yeah,
No, really.
and pain.
Did that
So
happen? Did that happen around the first of the month?
it's possible. It's
Yeah.
possible. I think a
Yeah.
bit later. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. The last weeks are really strange.
Yeah. I had
And
some come up. I had some come up around the 28th or the 1st, right around there, and it was weird. You
yeah,
know,
and when
it
I'm
was.
out of it, so when I'm back normal, so I'm always in we can always go to the state of the source because there we can have the connection with that. But when we move in the 3D dimension and go to interact on this level,
Yeah.
it is more difficult because I see the things from this perspective, but here I have to do other things to talk with people, and sometimes it's difficult
Yeah.
to get it clear.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm with you on that. And then I was telling Yvonne yesterday that there's like these. Uh, I keep seeing glitches. I keep seeing. It happened to me all morning this morning. I keep seeing these little black things flying around, and then I
yeah,
see like glitches, like a corner of a room, like you know how you have the 2 walls meet. I'll
yeah,
see like a line, and it'll like go like that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah. Yeah,
this
maybe.
has really been ramping up the last few days.
Yeah, yeah. Some say it's the matrix or the hologram that is.
Yeah.
But of course, what we see now is all inside our heads, and it's not what is really around us because that is much more multidimensional and much bigger than what we
Yeah.
can perceive now. But at this moment, yeah, on a deeper level, we can also experience the 5D and whatever we call it. But yeah, it feels like there are some short circuit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
And yeah,
Yes.
but some people that don't know what's going on are really panicking because they feel if people have an awakening and they go back suddenly to a state where they are in chaos and they lost their center point, then they feel as if they fall back even worse than they ever did before. So that can be confusing. I notice for people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you been driving a car?
yeah. But sometimes
How?
I just it's better I don't do it. And
I was
Annette
gonna say.
is driving then.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Have you
Yeah,
driving a car, man? What's up with that? You
yeah.
know,
It's
I was driving the car, and I feel like I'm in a bubble in a tunnel. Like I'm in a bubble in a tunnel. And then
yeah,
I found myself putting my hands on the steering wheel like this, open like this.
yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. I almost took my hands off the steering wheel. before I consciously caught myself. I said, "What are you doing?" Right? Like
And
I was
why
going to
did
take my.
you? Why did
I don't
you?
know. I don't know. I was just in the. I feel like I'm in a bubble, in a tunnel. I'm driving the car. I feel like I'm the only one there. Like this stuff's all going by me, but like I'm just in. I'm in my own, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like protected, or nothing can
Yeah,
touch
yeah,
me.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
so then I next thing I know, I had my hands like this, and then I caught consciousness of it, and I said, "What are you doing?" Right? Like
Yeah,
I was gonna let the car drive itself. Is what I'm thinking.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
getting it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know
Yeah,
what that was
I had
about.
something when I was driving, and I didn't have my hands on the wheel, but I was driving with my knee, and I said, put your damn hands on the wheel. I said, I said, well, I can see it better now, and I don't know what my hands are doing. So she said, go to the side and let me drive. But it's really, really crazy. And also, I was driving, and normally, yeah, you see the road,
Yeah.
uh, but now it was just like I was standing still,
Yeah.
and everything was moving
Yeah.
because, yeah, of course, like
That's
the
what I'm talking
car
about.
was turning the road and moving it under us. So that also felt very
Yeah.
yeah, strange.
I have a friend that lives about 15 miles. So what's that? 25 kilometers, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
So it's about 20 to 30-minute drive, because it's just a little two lane highway.
yeah,
And so it was so weird. I drove over there the other day,
yeah.
and it was like 2 minutes, like literally like 2 minutes. Like I left the town. Next thing I know, I'm pulling up at her house. I'm like, what? And then on the way back, it was like 3 hours. Like it was like going on and on and on. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
And do you have also that the days are going so fast that yeah, before you have done anything, especially in the house, I
Yeah.
have to do some things, and then before I can start to work, then the day is already
It's the
finished.
best thing that ever happened to the man. The day's
Yeah,
gone. The day's gone. We can't do it. We're gonna do it
yeah.
tomorrow.
I don't have time to work because the day is already gone and I haven't started yet.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
okay,
I get that. For
it's
me,
difficult.
it's it, I've had this really heavy drowsiness
Yeah.
most of the time, a lot of the time, for the last few days. And
And
so
drowsiness, how do you describe that?
like drowsy, like sleepy. Like I get
Yeah,
a drowsiness, and my body feels very heavy. Okay, so my
yeah,
body feels really heavy, but I can also feel my light body out here, out
yeah, yeah,
around
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah, yeah,
at
yeah,
the same time. It's like being split. And I
yeah,
notice the effect on my bodies. I have to sleep. Like
yeah.
I have been sleeping 8, 9 hours at night and going to
Wow.
bed pretty early. Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, that's always, I notice one of my pattern is feeling guilty when I'm resting or when I'm not in a rush, because I'm so used sometimes to being under stress situations that feels normal. So
Yeah.
when I'm feeling relaxed, then it feels almost like for my body like I'm asleep. So
Yeah.
then I almost try to push it up till the stress levels reach high again. But that's also very destructive for the body, of course. But right now, sometimes I'm just not able to do certain things, and yeah, I have to accept it. That's all. But
Yeah.
it is very difficult, I guess, for some people because I'm creative and I write books and stuff. So I can plan in my own time. But when you have a job and you have to go there at 9 or at 8
Yeah.
and you're going through this,
I don't know
then
how people I don't know how people do it. Did you
no,
meet
no.
Did you meet Vera Ingeborg? You went to
Yes,
that?
I met her. Yes, it was a great 5D meeting. And yesterday I had a meeting with Pauline Stochterboom. She
Yeah,
was
yeah,
also there, an organizer of it. And
yeah.
we are going to co-create some things.
Very cool. I was gonna
Yeah, that's great.
I was gonna say Vera.
Yeah,
So Vera was on a couple weeks before that party,
yes,
and she was talking about how she went back into 3D. She went and got a regular job, and she was talking about that. And then I get her newsletter. Fast forward, and
yeah,
her newsletter came out 2-3 days ago, and she was writing an article about having gone back in 3D, and pretty much it didn't fit. She's already
yeah,
going to end her contract at the end of this month. But she was talking about the experience, and I think that's what we're struggling with. I don't even know how I could go to a regular job. I don't even know how
no.
I could do it.
Some people
But
say yeah, you can do it and this and that, but no, people cannot do it. Some people are not able to do
yeah,
that.
yeah. I think
And
if it doesn't align, whatever it is, a job, a relationship, food, anything, we were not going to. We can't do it. We can't go against ourselves anymore. It just isn't going to happen.
no, 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 exactly. That's what the world already has done too long, and that's why nature and what we are doing, what we are not supposed to do, is working against each other, and we have to work with each other, with the world and with our soul, and let it express itself what it wants to do, and fulfill its potential because it knows what to do. But
Yeah,
yeah, and I know very clear what to do, and it happens, and sometimes I don't agree with it, but sometimes I doubt. I feel, oh, I have to listen to people, and they come to me in a certain fear, and when I talk to them and go to that level of fear to talk with them,
yeah,
then I feel I get affected by it,
yeah, yeah,
and it's very strong. It's a very strong pull
yeah.
because yeah, and it's totally destructive because it doesn't help for them. It doesn't help for me.
No,
It doesn't help for no one. So
that's a good point.
yeah,
That's a good point because what you're describing is the energy of not being in alignment. You know, a
exactly.
lot like okay,
Oh,
so
it's so
a lot of
terrible.
people a lot of people are messaging me like more than ever, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's not bad energy. It's not like that. It's just it's not even about the people. It's about I can't look at it. Like I can't open them, you know? I open one or two, I answer, I can't open them. I can't deal with it. I'm
yes,
maybe later in the day or something like that. But right now, like I go for walks, I don't take my phone anymore.
yeah. That's
I just
so
leave
good.
it.
That is
I
so
don't
good.
take it. I can't. I got to get away from it. You know.
Yeah, and I
You
think
know.
especially because if you would answer everybody that is messaging you, that then that's impossible, and maybe
Yeah.
you feel also a bit yeah, that maybe you would like to answer them and to say something, but that it's just not possible. And if you start to feel guilty about that or bad, then that
Yeah.
doesn't help also. But yeah,
Yeah. I think that's part of the saying no. It's not a personal thing. You're
yeah,
saying no. I'm not in alignment with that. I had some people approach me a few days ago, wanted me to get together with them
yeah,
and do a little event, and I just wrote back. I was like, "Thank you for thinking about me, but no, you
yes,
know."
yes,
And
it's the best. Yeah,
I might have upset him, but that's not. My thoughts don't go there. They're not my. That's not my business.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
know.
you're
You know what I
honest, and
mean?
that's the best take you can do for them.
I think everybody's getting there, though. I think people are you know, the universe is showing us what matches us, basically,
Yeah,
and
yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes. Yes,
and
yeah, what I was a bit sad about the last days because I'm easily want to take care of everyone, and I know it's not possible, this and that, but some people that really needed help. Another guy I know committed suicide, and
Oh yeah.
that's the strong guy. Never talks about it. Yeah, and that's sometimes what we forget, that they then that's my trap. That's my trap. That I'm so busy sometimes because people are very inventive in um, in getting a sort of an attention that we all need, of course, because it's love. And
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
and so I'm going to be much more straightforward and much more clear. And I know now that they sometimes I say things to people that are a bit shocking, but the strange things, yeah, if they come back and then they feel, and I feel that the connection is much deeper because we know what we that we can count on each other because
Yeah.
we say the truth,
Yeah.
and that is yeah, it's the
Yeah.
best thing to do.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
Yeah, and I know, but still there was something that that yeah was a bit too soft,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's okay. It's sometimes soft is not
It
so
it
good.
seems like there's or like a I don't want to say a beat, but like a rhythm, like it's going like that. And then like when I go out into the 3D or to the world or whatever, go into town, I I uh I keep seeing like it skips a beat. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's like there's two worlds coming into one, and so the rhythm is there, but then it'll skip a beat. And this is a visual, feeling, you know, hearing thing. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's
yes.
all the senses. Have you noticed your hearing and you can hear better? Can you hear better? I mean, like I can hear everything outside.
Yeah,
Eh,
things are coming in really hard sometimes because yeah, but it looks like I'm getting more sensitive and also for hearing things. So
Yeah.
sometimes when people talk, yeah, then it can be very intense, and it's yeah. Do you think the frequency is raising also? Yeah,
I don't know. I'm hearing a lot more tones. I mean, everything is has
yeah,
ramped up.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I think I told you, Morgan and I had a couple of
I hear
sightings
some knocking.
of
Yeah,
the little grays,
the
little ET,
grace.
the little
Yeah.
ETs. Yeah, yeah.
Did
There
you?
was one even standing in our bed when I was seeing that sacred geometry. I looked over and he was standing in the bed. I was on my knees and he's about as tall as me. He was on his feet and he was. I said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Assisting you,
Yeah.
like assisting something internally in you, and observing your emotions." That's exactly what I was
Okay.
told. So
Yeah.
those things are happening. These glitches are happening. The physical body is feeling the effects of all this. And it seems like our senses are getting more acute. And then there seems to be anomalies during the day, like things that don't fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like you walk into a room and you're like, that wasn't there. That was over there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
chair was over there, right?
Yeah. Like it's a reality that is made, and sometimes there are parts different
Yeah.
in it, like a computer program or something with a
Yeah.
missing uh, uh, thing in it.
How was that? How was that party? The high. What is it? The 5D high vibe. 5D
The
tribe.
5D tribe party.
Lindsay.
Yeah, Lindsay Verona, she organized it and she did it
Yeah,
so well. She's such a lovely host and she brings it all together. She gives
yeah,
attention to everyone. She's really talented for that and
yeah. I
makes
talked to.
people feel at home. And
Oh yeah,
she's going to give another party and yeah, and also we all hope to work and are going to do things together.
yeah,
Of course, we have to see where all the talents are, and
yeah,
that's then things can go so much faster because where the talents are is where our alignment is aligned with, and when we follow that, it all matches, and then we don't have to do the things we are so that cost so much time for us
yeah, yeah,
because we are not programmed for that.
yeah,
Yeah, I think all have a certain programming that is always also functional for the evolutionary process of our higher beings. So, like,
yeah.
yeah, yes,
I talked to Michael from Israel, Michael Damilam or whatever.
yes, he was there also. I saw him.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
great.
He told me you're crazy.
Yeah,
He said Hank's crazy.
yeah,
Uh, well, but that's another thing that I see happening too
yeah,
is people are coming together,
yeah,
and a lot of it is like telepathic. Like I was talking about, I know I'm like meeting with the people the day before or like in dream state that come on the show because these things happen. But like other collaborative efforts, like people that are working together. It happened to me yesterday with with my very good friend. Uh, I have to upload these to YouTube, and
yeah,
I'm like 80 behind.
yeah.
And
There's a lot of
I had
work.
about 20 of them in YouTube, and I just needed to go in there and type them. So I pulled it up. I pulled up the YouTube, uh, and there was all these videos uploaded to YouTube. And I had to sit there and think for a minute, did I do that? But I didn't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
My friend did it. See,
Ah,
but
great.
he didn't even say anything. He just did it. Like that was the best thing that could have happened to me yesterday. And it was
Yes,
done. And I felt like I had something to do with it. Isn't that weird? I felt like we talked about it, but we didn't. He just did it. And it
wow.
was like one mind.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I think we're seeing some of that.
Yeah, and I think it's also good that you say what you need to the people, so the right people can jump in and make these things also bigger. So for help with your productions,
Yeah.
because yeah,
Man,
that
everybody.
that also saves a lot of work that you can then
Yeah.
use to concentrate and to rest and to
Yeah.
yeah, because it's also necessary. So yeah,
Well, at this point, I hope I can, in a day, I can bathe, I can feed myself, I can broadcast. That's about all I can do and sleep.
yeah.
I,
But it's
I
growing
just,
really fast, eh? The
yeah.
Soulogy, it's amazing. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah, it is.
think
It's,
I think it won't be very. It will be very soon before the whole world see you in one way or another,
I don't
because
know.
everyone is connected to. Yeah,
Yeah.
what do they say? At least so much people, and people more than you have the whole world, and I think it goes around really fast, and then it's going to grow, and
I
then
think
you have to stay yeah, calm, but that's also a talent of you. You can stay relaxed and balanced, and even when the yeah, what, how do you call it, success is going really, and the
when
pressure is
when the
going bigger.
shifts when the shift's flying.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
I see it happening everywhere though. I see people's dreams coming true,
yeah,
basically. I
yeah.
see couples forming, and Lisi says, "Can you do timeout too?" I don't know what that means.
time out. You
don't
need a
know.
break, Lindsay?
No, no.
But
I'm gonna try to have it. Yeah, but what I was saying is I'm seeing people. Things are falling into place for people.
yeah,
Things are falling into alignment for people.
yes. But what I
You know.
see, and what also Pauline said yesterday, that was a very, very wise thing. The people from the spiritual community that work in that, they all work for a great deal alone. And we don't have to invent the wheel again, over and over again by
Right.
ourselves.
Right.
So why not work more together? But sometimes it's very difficult because they all have their ideas, and it's very difficult to openly communicate, because when they start to communicate, then it goes again, boom, boom, boom. Then they back up and they go other ways. But I think the trick is in then finding ways to make it fit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not
Yeah.
always, but they shouldn't give up so fast when
Yeah.
they work together. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and be more flexible, because it's constantly changing and
Yeah.
moving, and new things are coming, and yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And like we try to put stuff together at Soulogy
Yeah,
many times, and it comes together, then it goes apart. Then it comes together and goes apart. But it's nothing personal. It's nothing
yeah,
personal. I notice it. Everyone just has to go take care of their own stuff.
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. We try to put something together. There's several people involved, and it gets too loud. That's how I'd put it. It gets
oh,
too
yeah,
loud.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's too 3D. It's too loud.
yeah.
You know, and I can't deal with it.
Yeah, I
But
think that can still be parts of the ego of people that feel offended when they
yeah,
see they can't handle criticism, which maybe is not criticism, but seeing it from another perspective, and seeing possibilities to make it better. But they
yeah,
see it as criticism, and then they, yeah,
yeah,
then it doesn't work. But that's also for them a learning process, because it's easy to see it from the higher perspective,
yeah,
but we have to integrate it here now in this 3D world, and that and we are still we have the tools we have here to communicate. Also, a
yeah,
lot can happen telepathically. That's true.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
so. I think
Yes. Yes.
so.
Yes.
I think
But
it's. I
still,
think
it
it's.
has to be materialized. It can be only talking and wise messages. That also is a materialization of
Yeah,
the creative
yeah,
force, of course. But it's also nice when we start communities and make festivals and see each
yeah.
other, and yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
that was nice with the 3D or the 5D tribe that Lindsay organized. That I expected a lot of spiritual egos, but that was really not. The people were more normal and more humble than, maybe not all, but than the normal people. And before,
Yeah.
yeah, normal. We're all the same, but we could
I
just
know what you
talk,
mean.
and they didn't have
Yeah,
to show off and
yeah,
say, this guru or that enlightened being. No, just more
hmm,
like children, and playing in a playful way, and they were not afraid to show themselves. So that was
wow.
very nice. Yes. So they practice what they preach.
Yeah.
And that was a surprise to me.
No, it looks like it. I mean, that's. I know that's not the first one, and I know Marco Lupor met up with Augusti and Vera a while back. I know
Yeah,
Aline from Norway and Marco met up. I
yeah,
think, and then Vera and Lindsay had something go on.
yeah. There've been
Uh,
a lot of meetups,
yeah,
and there was
yeah,
also a guy. His name was Roger den Brabander, and he was so inspired to see us talking to each other that he finally found what he wanted to do with his life, and now he's doing he's doing also stepping forward, and it really is,
Yeah.
it's really helpful for some people. So more than
Wow.
yeah, that's also really encouraging that people really have can do things
Yeah.
and understand things easier and more, and that they are
Yeah.
not alone in this. So
Yeah. I think
yeah,
that's the big one.
yeah,
That's the big one is we're not alone.
yeah,
There's a lot more of this going on than we thought.
yeah, and a lot of it might come over as crazy, but because but that's just because it's not yet put in words exactly, but there is a rhythm and there is a system behind it. So and we can trust on that for
So
sure.
have you had any Kundalini experiences lately?
Uh, well, not so much.
Hmm.
Of course, I feel it flowing, but yeah, I was going to this dark place, and Annette came back from holiday, and she was out of this moment, so she couldn't enjoy anymore the normal things in life, and she was starting to doubt about that she maybe failed in life, and yeah, and that is very sad. It got back because the master was there, of course. No,
Oh shit!
no. She was, but
You're a brave
it
man.
is,
That's all I
yeah,
can
it
say.
is so sad to see people that are only living in a material world and trying to build their identity on the things they have and compare themselves with. It's such an empty place when people are living like that, and many
Yeah.
people live like that, and it is suffering because they are disconnected from the source, and
Yeah.
that is in the here and now. And when we start thinking too much, then we lose it. And there
Yeah.
are a lot of people like that. So when you're in an environment where everybody is like that and everybody is superficial and talking about things that when there is no real contact, then it is
Yeah.
very lonely, even between a lot of people. So
I
yeah,
can't function. I can't function in that type of environment.
no. I don't. I'm not going in there anymore. I
Yeah, no,
just
I'm just saying, like, if we go to a party, if you go to a party or a function, like a family function,
yeah.
I can't function
No,
in that environment.
yeah, and also with people I know from longer ago, they want who they think I was right then, but that was not the real me. But they want that
They want the
personality
old,
to, yeah,
they want the old master back.
yeah,
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 I think that's what I know that's what I'm dealing with family. But so they, in other words, they still think you are who you were or who they perceived you were.
yeah,
And slowly, ever so slowly, I think, I think they're starting to see the present me. You know what I mean?
oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. But a lot of guys that visit their friends, and they want to please them, and yeah, they lower themselves to that they drink or they take drugs or whatever to fit in, because then they were so nice, and that's terrible because then they get lost again, and we have to be loyal to ourselves. For me, there's not so much a problem anymore. But I have to say, because I was saying the master did and that, I was also this week sort of on on the ground in a sort of panic, like a little baby. So that's the yeah, yeah. So it was
I haven't had that happen. in these last few days. Morgan left on the 3rd, so that's 9 days ago. So
Yeah.
really about from the 4th to the 5th, I felt pretty much the same, which is but I haven't had tears, and I haven't gotten. I've gotten a little bit irritated, I think, a little bit pissed off, but not anything major. And I'm really, it's just I feel weird, man. I feel weird. I'm seeing weird things. I'm hearing weird things, and but what always happens is when I need to go to bed, I go straight to bed, and I haven't normally been like that. Normally, I'll lay in bed for a little while, but now I hit the sack and I'm out 8-9 hours, and that's new for me.
Yeah, but
I usually sleep about 5 hours, maybe 6 hours.
Yeah. I think the body has to adapt, and it really gets used to that, and it's good to rest and don't try to look too much on for me to look too much then on a digital screen, because that's also disturbing, for the healthy rest.
You mean,
at night or something.
Yeah, I don't have my phone with me anymore at night. I put it in another room, I turn it off, and I let it charge.
Yes.
And I don't keep it on.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Because
it just seems like to me like the things that are happening very naturally, but they're so different than what we're used to that it's freaky,
Yes. Yeah, but if you look at the technology we have right now with the Wi-Fi connected without wires, and we can see everything. It's just the same in the universe, and it's pure natural. And we are also connected like radio stations or cells in the brain to each other, and we're finding ways now to communicate on a deeper level, and we also know how to use that. I think in the tribes, the early tribes, the people could also, when they went hunting, talk without communication and feel. I think you feel that also when people are coming in, or when there's danger coming, and it's nice to feel it from a very clear intuition, and not from a base of thoughts that take over and get out of control.
I think that's a good description, what you're saying of what's happening too, is that we're experiencing life, and that that little chatter is not the way it used to be. It's not as loud, it's not as frequent, it's not as controlling, because it's not real. It's
exactly
not real.
Feelings, thoughts is not who we really are. It's just information coming in, trying to tell us something to our deeper level of soul. And if we just be aware of it, and we can see what's really going on. But then we have to stay centered. We are already centered. We think that we are maybe not, because we follow our thoughts and start to solve things on the 3D level, the level of duality and madness, because it's always things fighting each other, and it's all one big field of co-creation. That's what the word.
When are you coming on again? You're coming on again in a couple, 2-3 weeks, right?
Yes.
Are you scared? Yeah, I think so. I think I saw it on there. Yeah, it's supposed to be a big deal, this period between the 15th and the 21st, and they got the equinox and the full moon on the 21st, 21st. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what things look like after that period comes and goes.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to look a lot different at the end of the month as opposed to the way it looks now.
Yeah, it's a
all right.
I'm gonna
go downstairs and see if I can find my ass. I'm still looking for it.
Yeah.
before the
And
next show.
your communication with Morgan, do you have telepathic meetings with your soul at night? Yeah, you're always connected, of course. So, but
I think, well, yeah, of course, I think, but what I'm realizing now, this happened when she left this time. I could feel her feelings. I could feel her
oh
feelings,
yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
And I've always been able to do that, but I never really realized it. I couldn't tell. I didn't even ask myself, is that me or is that her?
Yeah.
You hear people talk about that. I had to figure out, are these my feelings but I really got that this time. We were like it. And I'm finding that I don't need to say a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like I just know everything is understood, because really the more we talk about it, the more we fuck it up.
Exactly.
Any
Yeah.
of it, any
It
of
creates
us.
doubt because the mind can only
Yeah,
create sort of conflict, and
yeah,
it's a much more simplified language than the language of the soul and love, and
yeah.
yeah,
It's
that's how.
funny. It's funny. I sent her a picture this morning. So we had like a queen size bed, right? She sleeps on one side, I sleep on the other. I woke up 3 days in a row. I'm on her side of the bed. I got all the pillows and all the blankets. My side of the bed has nothing on it. But I don't go to sleep that way. I go to sleep and it's all put together, right?
Ah, yeah,
And so, yeah. And
yeah,
so I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on. But every blanket, 4 or 5 blankets and sheets are all on that side of the bed, and 5 pillows.
okay.
it's,
And you're
it's
sleeping
weird.
on it, or you're sort of embraced in it.
I don't know. I'm like I got the pillow here and the pillow there and a pillow between my legs and
Yeah, yeah, that's
blankets
how
all
I.
wrapped around
Yeah,
me. I don't know what the hell it is, to be
yeah.
honest with you. Yeah.
I think it's just.
I don't know how to, but to your point, yeah, I think that part of this separation, because I think her and I do things very consciously, right? And I think so it's reflective of the collective, but I think the separation, what is deemed a physical separation, is actually building or allowing for us to have an expanded awareness that we are connected. And that's not a cliche. I'm talking about really being connected,
Yes.
effortlessly being connected.
Yeah.
Like we had a conversation last night, a little bit, and this morning, which, like, she was telling me where she's at, that type of thing, what she's thinking, and I'm already there. Like I knew that's where she was at. This is where I'm at, and I didn't really have to say much, but that's where I'm at. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I don't think it's just us. I think it's more than that. I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
And I think too that, like, this type of event that Lindsay put together, the more that happens, the more powerful these things will become
Oh
too.
yes. Yes.
Because
Yes.
there's something about two souls being in the same
Whoa.
proximity.
Exactly. That's really amazing, because then we can manifest things like I want to say like hell, but that's not the right the right expression. But it can go really fast. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's scary. Yeah. Beautiful. Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. We'll see what's
Okay.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck finding your wonderful ass and saying hello to it when you find it.
Right? God, tell me about it. All right, I'll see you, brother. Take care.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Yep.
you, Todd. Nice talking to you.
Yes,
I love
sir.
it.
We got 3 more shows today. Jason Estes, Annie
Wow.
Zumo, and Fiona Carthrug.
Wow.
See you later,
I'm
Hank.
going to try
Tell
to